Imagine standing at the edge of a path, your heart full of hope, your mind set on a dream. You've prayed for it, worked for it, and poured your energy into it. You feel certain that this is the moment, this is the way. But then something unexpected happens. A door closes. You hear the answer you weren't prepared for. No. At that moment, it's easy to feel lost, confused, and even defeated. It feels as if everything you've worked for has come to a halt and the road ahead seems unclear. But what if I told you that in that very no, there is something powerful happening? What if that no is not an end, but a new beginning? What if it's not a rejection, but a redirection, leading you towards something even greater than you ever imagined? Today, I want to explore what it truly means when God says no. Together, we will uncover the deeper wisdom hidden in these moments of rejection and how they shape us into stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled individuals. Whether you're facing disappointment right now or you've experienced rejection in the past, know that you're not alone, and more importantly, that there's something incredible waiting for you on the other side of the no. So stay with me. Let's dive into this journey and discover how every no can lead us to something far greater than we ever dreamed. Trust that by the end of this video, you'll walk away not just with a new perspective, but with a renewed sense of hope, faith, and purpose. When God says no, it can feel like a personal rejection, especially when we're deeply invested in a particular desire or outcome. However, it's important to remember that a no is not a reflection of your worth or value. It doesn't mean you are unworthy or undeserving. Instead, it's a form of redirection, a sign that what you think you need might not be what is best for you. In life, we often chase after things we believe will bring us happiness or fulfillment. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or a certain situation, we set our hearts on these desires, thinking they're the key to our success or peace of mind. But the truth is, sometimes we don't see the bigger picture. We don't know what lies ahead and how the path we're choosing could lead to challenges or disappointments. God's no in these moments is not about denying you joy, but about guiding you away from something that may not be in alignment with your greater purpose. It's an act of love, a way of saying there is something better waiting for you. Imagine it like a parent telling a child no, not because they don't love them, but because they want to protect them or teach them a valuable lesson. In the same way, God's no is rooted in care and wisdom, even if it doesn't feel that way at first. So instead of seeing a no as a personal failure, understand that it's part of a larger loving plan that is meant to help you grow, develop, and ultimately find fulfillment in ways you may not yet comprehend. When we encounter a no in life, it's easy to become discouraged and question why things aren't going the way we hoped. We might feel like we've been working hard, making sacrifices, and doing everything right, only for things to not turn out as we expected. In those moments, it's crucial to remember that there is a greater plan at play, one that we might not fully understand in the present moment. We, as individuals, often have a limited perspective on life. We see only what's in front of us, the goals, the dreams, the desires we think will bring us happiness. However, the greater force, God, sees the full picture, including the twists and turns that lie ahead. What might seem like a setback or an unanswered prayer is actually part of a much bigger design that we may not yet see. When God says no, it's a reminder that He has a plan that is far more intricate and beautiful than what we can envision. Our goals and desires, while important, may not align with the grand purpose He has for our lives. Trusting in the greater plan means having faith that even when things don't go according to our timeline, they are unfolding exactly as they should. For example, you might be turned away from an opportunity you thought was perfect for you. In the moment, it feels like a huge loss, but later you may realize that the closed door led you to something far more aligned with your true purpose. Sometimes what we think we want isn't what we truly need, and God's no serves as a way of protecting us from pursuing paths that would not have been fulfilling in the long run. Trusting the greater plan requires patience and belief that everything is working out for your highest good, even if it doesn't make sense right now. Remember, the process of growth and discovery is often gradual, and every no is a step closer to what you're truly meant to experience. One of the most powerful aspects of experiencing a no from God is the opportunity for growth and learning. When things don't go the way we expect, it often leads to a period of reflection, self-discovery, and deeper understanding. Though these moments can feel challenging, They are often the very times when we grow the most, both as individuals and in our relationship with the world around us. A no can serve as a mirror, revealing aspects of ourselves that we may not have noticed before. It might expose our weaknesses, insecurities, or even areas where we need to improve. For example, you may have been praying for success in a specific job, but when that job doesn't materialize, it could be a sign that you need to develop new skills, broaden your perspective, or gain more experience in a different area before you are truly ready. Moreover, God's no often teaches us resilience. It forces us to confront disappointment and learn how to handle rejection in a healthy way. Through this process, we develop emotional strength and the ability to persevere no matter what obstacles we face. Every no is an invitation to evolve and to become a better version of ourselves, one that is more adaptable, wiser, and capable of navigating life's challenges with greater ease. In addition to personal growth, a no opens the door to new learning opportunities. Perhaps there is a lesson in patience, trust, or even in accepting uncertainty. Each experience, whether it feels positive or negative, offers an opportunity to grow in knowledge, perspective, and emotional intelligence. At times, what we see as setbacks are actually stepping stones that prepare us for future success. God's no is not meant to hinder us, but to mold us into the individuals we are meant to become. The lessons we learn during these moments shape us into stronger, wiser people who are better equipped for the next chapter of their journey. Sometimes when God says no, it's not about denying us what we want, it's about protecting us from harm that we may not even be able to see yet. Our desires are often rooted in the present, and we make decisions based on what feels good or right in the moment. However, God has a broader perspective. He knows not just where we are now, but where our decisions might lead us in the future. Imagine you're walking down a path and you're focused on reaching a particular destination. You can see the road ahead and you think it's the best route. But what if further down the road, there's a hidden danger, a challenge, a setback, or something that could harm you? God, with his infinite wisdom, sees that danger and gently says, no, redirecting you away from it. This is an act of love and protection, even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. You may not understand why you're being denied something that seems so perfect, but trust that it's because God sees the bigger picture. Just as a parent might stop a child from touching something harmful, God's no is meant to shield us from situations that could lead to pain, disappointment, or even lasting harm. For example, you may have been praying for a particular relationship to work, thinking it would bring happiness only to have it fall apart. In time, you may come to realize that the relationship was not healthy for you, or it wasn't aligned with your personal growth. The no was a way to protect you from emotional pain that would have come from staying in that situation. In moments like these, it's important to trust that God's protection is a sign of care, not cruelty. We might not always understand the reasons behind the no, but over time, we often see that this rejection was a form of guidance, preventing us from stepping into something that was not in our best interest. Instead of focusing on what was denied, focus on the fact that you've been spared from potential harm and are being guided to something better. When God says no, it's often a sign that new, unexpected opportunities are on the horizon. While it can be easy to focus on what we've lost or what we've been denied, the truth is that a no clears the way for new possibilities to emerge. Just as one door closes, many others open. Doors we may not have considered before, but which could lead us to far better experiences. In life, we sometimes become fixated on a specific outcome or goal, believing that it's the only way forward. When that path is blocked or when we encounter a no, it can feel like a dead end. However, the no isn't a final destination. It's an invitation to explore new options. It's an opportunity to broaden your vision and consider paths that were previously overlooked or unknown to you. For example, you might have been aiming for a particular job or career path, thinking it's the only way to find fulfillment. But when you're turned down, it's the perfect moment to reflect and be open to other possibilities. Perhaps there's an alternative role or field that you've never considered, one that will bring you far more joy and fulfillment. By staying open to new ideas and opportunities, you allow yourself to embrace a future that's even better than what you had originally envisioned. A no can also push you to tap into your creativity and resourcefulness. It challenges you to think outside the box and explore new strategies, skills, or connections that might not have crossed your mind otherwise. Often, the very act of being redirected forces you to grow in unexpected ways, leading you to paths that are more aligned with your true purpose. Remember, the universe or God doesn't close doors without opening others. Stay curious, stay flexible, and trust that whatever's meant for you will come in its own time and in a form you may not have anticipated. The best opportunities often arrive when we are willing to let go of our attachment to a single outcome and open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that exist around us. When God says no, it often requires patience, a willingness to wait, trust, and allow the journey to unfold in its own time. We live in a world that often prioritizes immediate results, instant gratification, and fast solutions. But spiritual growth, life's most fulfilling experiences, and true fulfillment don't always come on our timeline. They come when we are ready and when the time is right. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about trusting. It's about having faith that even when we don't understand why things are happening, there is a bigger picture being painted. Every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to grow in faith and patience. It's in these moments that we learn to surrender control and trust that things are working out for our highest good, even if it doesn't look the way we expected. When a door is closed and God says no, it's easy to feel frustrated or discouraged. We might wonder why things aren't progressing as we had hoped, and we might question whether we are on the right path at all. But this is the moment to lean into faith, to trust that what's meant for you will arrive in its own time. The universe or God knows when you are truly ready for the blessings that are coming your way. Think of the process as a journey, not a race. Life isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's about the lessons learned, the growth experienced, and the way we become stronger, wiser, and more compassionate through each challenge. The delays and the no's are part of that journey. They are there to teach us patience, to help us develop trust, and to refine our character. Have faith that the things you seek will come, but they will come when you are ready to receive them fully. Every no is simply a step along the way, a part of the bigger process. Trust in the journey, knowing that the right opportunities, the right people, and the right moments are unfolding at the perfect time. Patience in the face of a no is not about waiting for something to happen, it's about trusting that everything is happening as it should. As we come to the end of this journey, I want you to remember this. Every no is not a closed door, but a redirection. It is not a rejection of your worth, but a loving guidance towards something greater. In moments of uncertainty and frustration, when things don't go as planned, trust that it's all part of a bigger plan. A plan that is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the life you are truly meant to live. Every challenge, every setback, and every no is an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. With patience and faith, we can face these moments with courage, knowing that what is meant for us will come at the right time, in the right way. Trust the journey, stay open to new possibilities, and always have faith that the best is yet to come. Thank you for being here today, for listening, and for embracing this message of hope and inspiration. Remember, no matter what you're facing, you are not alone. Keep moving forward with faith and patience, knowing that the answers you seek are already on their way. Thank you, and may your journey be filled with light, peace, and endless possibilities.